intention to create a fear, but you are a lion and somebody is already getting scared because of you, because you are in a market. So that person is getting scared because of you. You don't have that intention to create a fear. So one situation is this: somebody is getting feared, and second situation is when somebody knows what exactly that you are doing, and that person is not having any kind of fear. So what should be your organization strategy, if you can discuss based on your personal experience that you have, like these situations that you have come across, when in first situation when your competitors are scared because of you, and second situation when competitors are not scared because of you. So what is the move that you have done, and how you have understood whether they are scared or not, and how you have understood that they know about your strategy exactly? Like if I take the example of this recent World Cup which took place in that Australia defeated the India. So the Australian people knew exactly what Indians are trying to do it in the Ahmedabad, and then they played better than us and they win the match. So but they were although India was trying to create a fear or trying to win that match by creating different kind of pitch situation, but they could not, and they were already aware about it, how the company is going to do it, but India could not deal with that situation. So in the similarly, if I am saying that you have a two type of competitor in front of you: one in the first case where your competitors are scared, and second when competitors are not scared, then what is the specific steps that you will suggest in these two situations that an organization should take?
Firstly, I believe that the comparison, right, between the corporate world and the sports is not the right comparison, because there everything is out in the open, right? The whole strategy gets unfolded on the field, and you know exactly how they think and which player has got the strengths, which one has got the weaknesses, and then you can plan your strategy based on that. So there are a lot of things that in the industrial world and the corporate world are behind the closed doors that everybody may not be privy to. So that's point number one. Now, taking your two examples or two scenarios that you've given, I personally believe in the that the first scenario, if you're saying that I am the lion, I'm way ahead in the business, I'm doing extremely well, and there is some competition that's scared about me, so I would say, good, I'm on track. I mean, as simple as that, right? I really don't need to then start maneuvering myself just because the competition is in fear. So I would not do anything, and I would, in fact, pat my back and say that, yeah, we are on track, guys. This is the buzz in the market, and we are doing everything that's right. The second scenario that you said is that the competition is not. Sorry, just can you repeat the second scenario?
When in second scenario, when these competitors are not scared because of you, but they know about your strategy, what exactly that you are doing it.
Great. So if they're not scared about me and they're doing exactly what they have heard, years say about the strategy, even then I'm pretty confident that I'm way ahead of them. They will grapple to try and come close. And as I said, my theory is that by the time they come close to me, I'm going to move leaps and bounds. So I would not be extremely worried.
I know have slightly different view. I take both, scenario A and B. Let's say, I have a market position, I am a leader, and people scare me. It's very natural that people follow success. And if that being the case, there are people who will catch up with me and then I'll lose the relevance. We have a great example of Nokia or BlackBerry, and we would have several examples in India as well. So I would certainly want to keep innovating. Otherwise, I will be out of
I
the
would not
game.
be complacent.
Right?
Yes.
The second scenario is very interesting when I have been written off. My competitor don't even, talk about me. And here I think what matter to me is a, element of surprise. One, right? And secondly, ability to find a market which nobody is looking at it, right? And you land up building that market, you do all hard work, and now you have gained success which is equivalent to your competitor in another market. Trust me, people are going to follow you and you will create your own competition. So in both scenario, whether I'm a leader or I'm a non-leader, I continuously need to keep innovate and keep find my own market. Otherwise it's difficult to do business, right? Because in it's very easy to talk here, but when you are really in market, what matters is, your ability to sell and recover, right? If I'm not able to sell and if I'm not able to recover, doesn't matter however good I am, right? We have another, very interesting example. We had that satellite phone, Iridium, if you people remember, fabulous product, but it never find its market, right? So unless until I have, my strategy right, I am able to identify my niche, I am able to identify my blue ocean strategy or market, whether I'm a leader or I'm not leader, I think I need to continuously keep innovating. And
Apart from
and I've gone
business as
through in
usual,
our
you
industry also, right? I come from a VC industry, and we all know, we talked about startup and all. It's evolving, and if there are only 3 companies which need to be invested, and hundreds of VCs looking at, I need to find my space. And if I found my space, then nobody is going to leave you, because these are all shark. So you need to find your own new, right? Otherwise, it's very difficult, and that is what will make you people fear.
and no marketer would ever like to lose market share. So apart from business as usual, he has to continuously, look for some kind of innovation. And most importantly, I feel that what problem of my customer I can solve. If you try to see from that angle, which is unstated need, many times customer don't say that. But I have numerous example in my own experience. So when we attack that and we anticipate that customer, though they have not stated, there is some problem which they are facing, and if I try to solve that problem, I think that customer is in my fault, guaranteed. So that innovation thing has to be there continuously. Yeah.
See, unfortunately, in today's world, I think Sir was saying he is VC. Unfortunately, today's lot of positioning and a lot of communication is going for attracting the capital. I think they think that just getting the capital is sufficient, forget everything. Means I've been with companies like that. But that's not what gives you the results. There are companies, everlasting companies, which will give enduring value only if there is an amount of structure, stability, product, everything. Unfortunately, I feel nowadays everybody waits for a quarter or to just exit out. So somewhere I think strategy is not for competition. Maybe, you're communicating of your strategy or whatever decoys or whatever you do is more for attracting your funding rather than fearing your competition is somewhere I feel.
Yeah. And it is also not a binary thing that you are either afraid of competition or competition is afraid of you, right? Both the things can happen simultaneously in certain products and certain categories. So you are a well diversified organization. In certain parts you may be a bit of a laggard, in certain other parts you might actually doing well. Also, this fear or otherwise is a function of time. It doesn't remain constant throughout. So there will be ups and downs anyways. So the fact that it's a mix and it's a function of time makes it a lot more real, and it kind of keeps changing, and it has a lot of influence on other factors in terms of your regulatory landscape or a competition which is not coming from your traditional competition actually. In fact, when I speak with many of my clients today, they actually tell me, and even I agree with them, that I'm not afraid of my known competition. I'm actually afraid of my unknown competition. So I don't even know what is lurking behind the corner and just suddenly going to come and completely disrupt my market. So if I'm in financial services company, I would not know that a tech company can actually be my competitor. But that is actually a possibility in today's world. So we are seeing that kind of a disruption. So if you ask me, the fear is not with a traditional competitor. The fear is with something which is just going to hit you from your blind side. And that's where, and because it is not known to you, you actually have to be constantly on your toes to figure out what can come and hit you. This is why many organizations are saying that, can I self-disrupt myself before getting disrupted by a completely unknown thing? Can I think of the future? And we say that, reimagine the future and see if you can constructively kind of destroy some of the old things which you have been doing, so that that pain of transition can be minimized and you can stay ahead of the competition. That's the real challenge in my opinion, more than the competition.
And no, I would say that more than in addition to the fear of competition. While I'm not so much in favor of that, I would say fear of the consumer and the changing trends. Such so fast. Nowadays the trends are changing of the alpha generation, the Gen Zs. And given that we are in the flux mode, no, we still have the old middle-aged and the old generation there. So being able to cater to all the different needs and being agile, being able to move with that speed is a bigger concern for me as a leader than and of course being ahead of competition. I think all of those factors would play a bigger part.